welcome to the 4th episode of the Coach's Corner. I'm here with Josh Dickey.
4th episode, flying by already.
And we have a new topic, kind of taking a different direction than the fitness and the workouts and recovery like we've spoke about already. But some of the things that come up, that some people don't think about, is obstacles to success. So in our instance, you come in here, you have a goal in mind to improve your health, improve your fitness, weight loss, strength gain, something physically related. And throughout the course of your journey towards reaching that goal, there can be common obstacles that can pop up and can kind of possibly set you back if you allow it, but can also kind of spur you to success if you learn the right way to approach it.
Absolutely, this is all the stuff that we're going to mention too that we're going to go through. It's all it's all common. Everybody, we've seen a lot of people that go through it, and everybody kind of comes in here when they initially get started. Everybody's kind of on that high. Usually when we get people starting to work out, they're getting ready to start to get the peak of that motivation. They're excited and they know that they're in good hands and that they're expecting success. And at that point in time, they don't really see a lot of the road bumps that they may hit.
Yeah, so this kind of comes along the way.
Right. This may clear up some of what we're talking about, make it a little bit easier to understand.
So the first one is just boredom. So it could be, let's say you're not even working with us at Sculpt, you're just kind of trying to do this on your own, you're trying to do running or trail hiking, biking, just something active. And along the way, you could just end up being bored with that, or you see that it's not exciting, it's not keeping you motivated. So common boredom can be the first thing that could hit you.
It is, and it can even happen. Very rarely, I'll be honest and say that it generally probably doesn't happen in here, just because when you have somebody else programming your workouts for you, their job is to keep you out of that. Yeah. But this is probably one of the factors that actually brings people into us. For us to show what they need to do to fix. So boredom is not necessarily a bad thing all the time. Yeah. But if you can find yourself and if you can figure out if that's the issue that you're dealing with, that's boredom, and that you need to find a way to kind of shake that off and get somebody to help you out, then you're going to end up getting help. So that
action steps could be taking a group class, could be inviting a friend to come work out with you, just mixing up in some ways. It could be working with a personal trainer, or doing a new change of scenery, or a new location. Just little things, add a little bit of variety, can take things a long way. Absolutely.
And generally, if boredom is an issue for you, then you may see yourself try. Don't be afraid. You may end up trying a few different things on your own, and trying a new environment, trying a workout partner, trying something else. Yeah. So if you end up going through multiple ways of trying to shake that off, it's not a big deal. You'll end up finding one way that will get you kick-started. So we'll go to the second one.
Point 2 would be not following through. So it could be not following through on a goal you had in mind, or an action step that you felt would help get you to that goal. So this could be multiple reasons why you don't follow through. It just could be something comes up in your life, or work instances, relationships, just common stresses. Or it could be that not following through gives you a way out. It's like if you don't reach your goal, you can kind of say, well, I didn't do this, or like, if I only would have done that, like I would have reached that goal. So it's sort of like an escape route. Like maybe it's subconsciously to where I didn't do everything I needed, or everything that was told that I needed to do to reach that goal. So that's why I didn't reach that goal. So it's sort of like an escape route.
Right.
As far as
and there's a lot of the clients and stuff that train here. That's why it's important that when we first initially meet with our clients, and when if you're somebody that's going to go and meet with a trainer, it's important to make sure that you let them know everything that you're trying to achieve. Because if there's if you are very vague about what you're trying to get done, it's going to be hard for somebody like us to be able to
find it for you.
Right, to find it for you, and for us to know when if there's a reason why you're kind of down and why you're not you're not motivated or pushing yourself to get better. We'll know. Like we would be able to take the right steps.
The more you tell us, the more we're able to design our plan to help.
So for steps, absolutely, lack of preparation, and this can end up being a bigger problem than people. I don't even want to call it problems. An issue, whatever you want to call it, a bigger issue than what people actually make it out to be. And this, preparation, this part of your program,
prepare for success.
This is something that is, you use that in every aspect of life. So if you're whether it's you're giving a presentation at work, whether you're preparing, whether you're getting ready to go on a vacation, preparation is used in every angle of life. So, it ensures that that you have an outline of what you're trying to get done. So when a workout program is something that you want to use to help you reach your goals, then then you have to prepare, you have to create an outline, you have to help yourself get off the right foot to get going.
And some of the common instances where that comes into play as far as following the proper recovery or proper nutrition, or we'll give different tips of things to do to help complement your workouts, and it ends up being to where they may not give a direct reason why they don't do it, but they may not follow through with that, and then it leads to not as good workouts, and it's like they put everything onto the trainer's hands or onto the action steps of the workouts, and they fail to neglect the preparation of having the right groceries, or taking some snacks to work and not relying on the vending machines, or the catering, or the breakfast muffins, or the donuts at the workplace.
Yeah, those are all.
So those are easy to fall into if you don't prepare.
Right, exactly. So we'll go to number 4.
Not a big enough why. And what exactly is why? That is like the main reason that you want to make this change. So it could be fitness related to fitness, why you want to lose weight, why you want to get better, improve your health. Finding a big enough reason why, so when things get rough or you're kind of struggling, or you're not going as smooth through whatever plateau you're going through, you can always go back to that why.
Right.
That'll kind of help motivate you when times are tough and your workouts aren't as enjoyable, which everyone has those too.
Yeah. And I think some people don't, when they think about, depending on the level of dedication that they have coming into something like this, I think that determines, some people may not find their why. They may not have that right off the bat. It may be something that they find out on their own. It may be something that maybe we help them find while they get going. But I will say this, and this can obviously apply to a lot of aspects of life as well.
Yeah.
But in here, it's important. If this is something that you truly want to do, and these are goals that you really want to reach to help change your life, then the why is it's an important thing. It's not something to be neglected. And I think that there's a lot of people that I think that have it, and they do really, once they find it, they do really well. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people that might be a big piece of the puzzle that they're missing from the success that they're
I know that we have it written down as number 4 in the chart, but you can kind of branch it off to where if you have a big enough why, all these things that we have listed, it's kind of, they don't really affect you in a bad way. Like if you have a big enough why, let's say you get bored, you go back to the why. Why are you doing this? If you're not following through, you go back to the why. Yeah. It kind of helps.
We could have put it right. We could have put it all the way up to the top.
Yeah, so everything kind of could build off that why. Right. So if you have a strong enough why, all these little obstacles won't really be a big factor for you.
Right. So we'll move to number 5. Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
That's, you can lead that one off.
All right, so it doesn't only affect teenagers and high school kids and college kids, it affects everyday men and women. For a health standpoint, could be you're at a party, you're at a social gathering, someone comes up to you, come on, let's go get a drink, let's get that second or third martini, and you know you have a workout with your trainer tomorrow.
Yeah, those are big things, and we chuckle because we can relate to what's happening, but those are all things, by no means are we saying to neglect, not to have fun, and not to release a little bit, because I think from my standpoint and when I preach to my clients, I think that's something that's important. Yeah. But from a peer pressure, you have to be in this for you. So if you're going to be if you're somebody that's going to be putting yourself into a position where a lot of this is around, and this isn't necessarily peer pressure just for drinking and things like that. It could be anything. It could be it could be as little as no one even has to say anything, but you're going to be going to a birthday party over the weekend, and the people who are putting on the party don't really have the same mindset as you. So everything that is there is probably not going to be on your on your meal plan for what you would like to eat. But in your mind, you're like, God, you know what? I feel really bad. Like I don't want to offend her, so I'm gonna do this. So that's our example of peer pressure, and it will happen. It's not something that will be avoided forever. At some point in time, it'll happen, and hopefully you have have the ability to work around it, or you're working with somebody that has the ability to coach you through situations like this. But that definitely can play a role of getting in the way. I know you know, and I've same thing. We've had somebody come in, the night, they've been out the night before, and they're like, well, I meant to go home at 10, but they bought 2 more rounds of beers, and it was like I didn't want to leave. I was having a good time, and so then their workout.
Then a float goes into other areas of your life.
Right, and like I said, one time is not a big deal, but we try not to make those things a trend. So let's move to number 6, relationships.
It's also a form of peer pressure. So a lot of things that may come about, let's say a husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, they decide they want to improve themselves, they want to lose that weight, they want to feel better, and the partner may not be on the same page as that. So they may be supportive in their own way, but they may not want to take those same steps as that other individual.
Right.
So as time goes on, they see that their partner looking better, feeling better, wanting to do more things, being more active. It can make them feel a little left out, like they're kind of leaving them behind in a way. Yeah. And then that could come about to where they kind of help influence in a bad way. Come on, let's go out to eat, let's get some dinner, and they influence you not on purposely, but in a subconscious way. They want to try to keep you together with them, so doing the same activities as before, which may not be what's needed or required or wanted with the new lifestyle that you're choosing.
Right.
So it's not always bad intentions. It's just it ends up coming about where one person is moving forward, wanting to improve themselves, and another partner, it could encourage them to go along for the ride, or it could encourage them to kind of want to pull you back.
Right, and I've seen that a few different times, and that's definitely really common. And there's some of the ways that I've seen people work around that is that the biggest thing is that the other person in the relationship they join those habits. We've had tons of instances where we've had a wife that was training in here, and the husband saw her motivation, saw what she was trying to do, and decided that he wanted to be a part of it too, not only for himself but also to help her reach her goals and be a part of that journey as well. So that it is important that if you're trying to make a real big life change, and it's something that's going to take a lot of work, it is really important that you have. So then we can tie number 7 in with number 6 with the relationships, and that is friendships are actually probably a little bit more difficult, and that is because there could be friendships where you actually spend more time with them than you have with somebody that you're in a relationship with. So, I know for some people it's like they've got a group of buddies, college buddies that they are kind of still stuck in their ways, and this person's trying to make some life changes, and these guys still want to go out and do the same things, and this guy, they want to be a part of it, he wants to be a part of it, but he doesn't want to do that anymore. So, friendships can actually directly lead that, can be actually a part of the peer pressure part.
Form of peer pressure.
So, that's one thing where, we're not saying choose your friends by the lines that you're getting rid of your friends, but, it is important that if they are friendships that you want to keep and they are people that know you, it is important to let them know that if you're trying to make some life changes and there's some things that you want to get better at, then it is important to make sure that those people know.
And if it comes down to it, if you've been open about where you're wanting to go with your goals and your lifestyle, and those friends aren't able or willing to be a part of that or to assist in any way, they're just being neutral about it, then it could be something to where you end up kind of moving on from those friends because you run out of things to have in common.
Right.
And you end up creating new friendships with people who have a like-mindedness and have similar interests to you. So it could be this is a natural turn of events over the course of time to where you have a whole new group of friends. There's some stay in your life, some go.
Right, and that's true. And some of them might see that you're trying to make this change, and they didn't take it seriously, and they may end up coming to their wits and following you there. Yeah. And then workplace can roll right into it. So go ahead.
Yeah, workplace could be, let's say you're in an office environment, and Friday you got catering, you got muffins, you got donuts, you got bagels, you got all the good stuff that would normally be awesome to have for a Friday or during the week. And those are some things those may not put you towards a path of success as far as weight loss or improving your health or getting ready for your next workout with your trainer, your gym workout, whatever you want. So those are some things to where the office workers may want to go to happy hour after work. It could be something where every now and then it's okay as far as team building and getting to know one another, but over the course of every day or every Friday, Thursday.
Those are things that we probably want to change. And those are the workplace as far as from like a peer pressure for people that from habits that go on there that are wanting to be fixed. I would say probably that's probably the easiest place to fix it.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing you'll have to fix inside there is yourself. So they're going to continue to keep putting things, you know,
Yeah, and you get tie in preparation.
Right.
The more you can prepare as far as your food and snacks and water in the
Exactly.
workplace, that's going to make things a whole lot smoother.
And that'll make it much easier when they bring the sheet pizzas in and they have the, you know, they have
you're
pizza
not
pop
starving.
Fridays. You're prepared to not have to do that stuff, because I know for a fact that there have been people before where they said, you know, I wasn't prepared, and that stuff came in and I was starving and I had a workout that afternoon and I knew if I didn't eat anything,
it's technically food.
Right, if I didn't eat anything, then I would have a crappy workout. Well, chances are, I'm here to tell you right now that the difference between not eating anything and then eating 2 donuts before your workout is pretty close to this. You're going to have the same result.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. So, you know, but like I said, the workplace is probably, you know, if you can focus on preparation, that will help with that. But also, the workplace, it is easier to, you know, to focus on yourself and kick those habits without having to really affect a whole lot of other people in that environment. So, you know, these were 8 things. Some of the big things that we wanted to tie in to what we thought would be obstacles for keeping people from having success in their workouts and
It's
their
like
life
some of the
changes.
things when you're reflecting on how you're progressing, how things are going with your workouts, and something just isn't flowing as much as you want, you can come back to maybe one of these 8. Could be something that's being brought into your life, and you have to acknowledge it and work to overcome it and to sort itself out.
Right, absolutely. So, just like any of the other episodes, you know, we covered some good material. If anybody has any questions, just shoot us an email or hit us up on Facebook or send us a message. Whatever it takes, we'll be more than happy to help. But that's it for this time. So until next time.
Until next time.
See you later.
Signing off.